Hey!
Huh?
This video was inspired by Joy's Dead Trigger videos, so just had to let you know. Hey and howdy y'all, it's me Uberslope with another spew of preaching. But instead of talking about my real life problems, I'll be talking about something a little less heavier. Being the game called Dead Trigger, most of you new gens would never have heard of if it wasn't for me. Anyways, there were only two Dead Trigger games, obviously. Dead Trigger 1 made in 2012 and Dead Trigger 2 made in 2013. But even though they were made a year apart, the tone seemingly changed pretty semi-drastically. In DT1, Dead Trigger, you play as Kyle Edgar, who you also play as in the sequel. But with that aside, when you look around the game, you see it has a pretty dark and grit look to it, and it kinda takes a slower pace. And even though there are maps that take place outside, they still look desolate and empty and kinda silent. Like, just look, you are the only human here. And there are signs, sure, that there were people that were here. It's mainly just you that is seemingly living. And some of the maps feel more claustrophobic, and even the song that plays in the map sounds more hopeless and apocalyptic, unlike Dead Trigger 2's more tactical sounding map theme. And the game has more of a horror-esque feel, and even the models look pretty creepy. And speaking of horror, Dead Trigger 1 has a feature where if you ignore a zombie that's attacking you, you get jump scared by QTE, and you have to perfectly time the rings on the circle, and if you fail, you simply get bitten. But oh boy, it's pretty scary when you're a random 7-year-old playing around and you just get attacked by a rabid druid zombie. And another thing left before I move on is that there are no missions where you protect someone or kill zombies with someone. For the only protection missions you have are it's just you protecting doors with no other signs of humans. Anyways, Dead Trigger 2, it's pretty obviously changed. You have the inclusion of chickens for some reason, like chickens carrying ammo, chickens with sentries on their back, terrorist suicide bombing I didn't include the sentry since it was in the last game, just less taka, and it's not just the gadgets, but also the weapons, like the brainwasher, where it's a water gun. Yeah. Chicken gun, Area 51 gun, the Egg 17, the Head Flater, Santa's ball launcher, and I guess the golden weapons. But mainly, the guns got more silly and colorful. And when Dead Trigger 1 had silliness in it, it was pretty tame. Well, tame in quotations. Like when they had big heads, and the alien gun, which had a less colorful look and more of an older cartoon aesthetic, but it was less colorful. It was more of a silver or something. And the maps got brighter and somewhat bigger. The only levels of some creepiness are the Europe maps at night and a few levels in the US campaign. But the campaign with the most creepy points is the campaign that takes place in China, where the levels feel sort of small and lonely, and the song that plays in the back matches it pretty well. It doesn't play in all the China levels, Shanghai levels, but it mainly plays in the snow one, but just take a listen and listen listen closely. The only creepy levels there are just, those previously mentioned snow levels and the mini missions, where it's like pretty claustrophobic. And what I mean by mini missions, I mean like the ones that just don't like progress the story and they're just there for you to just do stuff. And the hospital parts. I mainly prefer the snow because, well, yeah. Back to the tone changing. The arena is now more of an arcadey game mode now, with the introduction of TNT, who is this guy, providing commentary, and the obvious huge crowd of people, and just some of the weapons that made a return look somewhat more colorful by either a smidget or completely. And the daily money jobs are pretty silly too. There's one where you go massacring zombie chickens, shooting balloons on top of zombies, and the one where you shoot bunnies. Oh, plush bunnies. Oh, and there's less maps, or less arena maps, by like 1. So it's just like 3 maps. But the thing that really sucks is like you can't manually pick them anymore. You have to join tournaments, and that sucks if you're at the beginning of the game and you want to play them, but you can't. You can only play the crappy default one. But they're pretty cool looking. My favorites being the American arena and the Japanese or Chinese, not sure, S.T.A.L.K.E.R arena. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything, but it looks like this. Yeah. I'm not really a big fan of the default map because I kind of got bored of it. From both back then and now. Oh, and they removed the QTE jump scare, and they added missions where you fight alongside someone or protect someone.
Guys, we want from Oracle here to mention something you must look forgot. It's that Kyle has a different voice actor in the second game, and it's more extravagant sounding, unlike that breaker once Kyle where has more monotone sounding.
In conclusion,
А ну, чики-брики в дамке!